One major issue that I found when kids don't want to report bullying, even though it's a dangerous situation and it's causing either themselves or someone else harm, is that they don't want to be labeled a tattletale or a snitch. Recently, I did a bully prevention seminar, and one thing that was special about this is I took the kids' perspective and gave them tools to actually overcome bullying, which builds their self-resiliency and their self-esteem. One major issue that I found when kids don't want to report bullying, even though it's a dangerous situation and it's causing either themselves or someone else harm, is that they don't want to be labeled a tattletale or a snitch. What I wanted to do was define what a tattle is, what snitch is, and what reporting is. So first of all, I want to define what tattletaling is, or tattling is. Tattling is when a kid does something that's pretty annoying to the other kids and to the teacher because they're just kind of reporting on something that doesn't matter that much. It's not causing anyone harm, and it pretty much just causes a disruption. Why are they doing this? They're trying to get attention. Here are some of the examples that I gave at the event, and just my voice you're gonna find so annoying, and that's literally what tattling is. Colton, Reese isn't looking at me. Alex, Anna's looking at you.
I have a shadow in the wall.
Sam, Liam said something. The other major thing that I hear is that kids don't want to report bullying because then people will call them a snitch. And snitching is not reporting bullying. It's a completely different subject. First, snitching is when you're trying to get revenge on somebody else or you're trying to not have the blame on you. I actually give the example of taking too many pieces of Halloween candy because Halloween was just a couple weeks ago. But snitching is really so that you can remove the blame from yourself, and it also, sometimes people will use snitching as a way to gain attention or make other people like you. So if a kid were to snitch on another kid, the teacher now trusts the snitch more because they feel like they're being honest while they distrust these other kids. So that's like that revenge portion. Here's the trick-or-treat example that I gave at the seminar. Let's say it's trick-or-treating. Mm-hmm. And there's that one house in the neighborhood that doesn't want to open up their door, so what do? They put the candy in the front, and it's, what do they say?
And it only takes
Please take one.
Please take one.
But then there's a
Now,
kid that
Jake and like 3 of Jake's friends come up, and they all take 5.
What?
Well, how would anyone even know? But how would anyone even know, right? Okay, so we're not even talking about snitching yet. This is what happened. Monday comes up, a couple days later, and Jake sees that lady getting her mail, and he says, "You know what happened on trick-or-treating on Halloween?"
I know.
You know what I'm about to say. And Jake tells the lady
what
that
did.
those 2 kids grabbed 5 to avoid him getting in trouble and being found out that he did the bad thing too. That way the lady doesn't think he's a bad kid, but thinks the other kids are a bad kid. And you know what the lady does? Wow, thank you for being honest. You know what? I had a couple extra pieces of candy left over for Halloween. Here's 5 extra pieces, Jake. Jake snitched. He got a reward for it, and it makes him look good and the other kids look bad, even though he did the bad thing too. So after I say this next thing, then tell me what you're about to say. Why shouldn't you snitch? Because when you snitch, you make your friends dislike you, because now your friend's like, "Jake, you got me in trouble. You did that thing too." Because you're getting them in trouble when you made the mistake alongside them. Okay, what do you want to add?
If you tell the like in that scenario, if Jake tells the lady, then wouldn't he also get in trouble? Because if the lady knows who the kids are, then wouldn't she talk to them and then the kids could tell that Jake did
That might happen, but now the lady really trusts Jake and goes, "Not my little Jakey poo. My little Jakey bear. He would never, he's honest. I don't think he would have done that. You are a bad kid, so don't you ever talk about my Jakey Jake." So reporting occurs when a kid actually seeks adult intervention because they want to reduce harm. So someone's actually getting physically hurt, or they're trying to like create a balance or more fairness. So one part of bullying is a power imbalance. Now this is really important to distinguish because kids think that if they tell on another kid, then the other kids aren't gonna like them. But in fact, this is when they get another adult to help, when the kids are powerless. This is really important. Remember that reporting, the motivation on that is not so that they can get attention or get revenge on a bully. They're really trying to help the victim, but they also are showing a little bit of empathy because they understand that bully is showing maladaptive behavior. That bully is not showing his personality. That bullying is trying to cope with the environment around them, so that adult can actually go over and figure out why this bully is acting that way as well. This is a situation that helps the entire classroom or community or sports team or even your family when a kid reports bullying. Here are actually some guidelines that I talk to the kids about so that they actually can tell the difference with me just saying an example of what is tattling, what is snitching, and what is reporting. Is this bullying or something else? All right, now, let's say this. Someone is talking while I'm talking. Is that something you need to report?
No, that's tattling.
That's tattling. Good job, Alex. Okay, how about this? All right, how about this one?
Tattling, I know.
If you're trying to get someone else in trouble or getting revenge or telling about someone else doing something, so...
Snitching.
Good job, guys. All right, now, someone is going to physically get hurt or someone is constantly getting their feelings hurt. How about this one? Someone's constantly getting their feelings hurt by someone. Reporting. Good job. The bully prevention seminar that I hosted at Superdojo was created by me and my team. What is unique about this is that we focus on the perspective of the kid, not the adult. So we think about what that kid who is being bullied needs and what that bully is actually doing. That way we can create a solution. Now, this doesn't take adults out of the situation because a big portion of my seminar was all about hero coach training. This is so that adults understand their role as guides and supporters as kids overcome bullying. It's completely natural for parents to have an emotional response to their kid being bullied. But when we're able to take a breath and be calm, we can actually empower our kids to overcome it and ask for help when they need it. That way, they have the tools to overcome bullying from the time they're a kid all the way until they're an adult. At the end, all the adults came out for our hero coach training. Every kid had an adult to practice with. They practiced a quick little self-defense move because of course some bullying is physical. And then they practiced reporting in a calm and precise way. That way they don't just shout, "Johnny was bullying me," but they're able to actually articulate what happened, including I statements. This is something that we are using as a practical training. So the kids actually go through it and say the words they need to say to get the help that they need. When kids have these tools, other adults are gonna take them seriously. They're gonna know the difference between snitching, tattling, and reporting, so that if they're feeling like they're being bullied or they see bullying happen and they're a bystander, they can seek the help and overcome that situation. This is so important for that kid's well-being and the positive environment that they're helping to create no matter where they are, whether it's their family, their sports team, their martial arts school, or in their classroom at school. This was the first time that I put this seminar all together at Superdojo, and I have some amazing ideas on how to make it better, more precise, and give the kids even more practical applications on what we practiced. This is something that I host at Superdojo, but I also do these at assemblies at local schools. We have a partnership with 15 elementary schools, and we've done this pre-bully self-defense assembly with every single age group multiple times in the last few years. This one's unique because I get the parents to be involved too. To have our team come to your school or to participate at any event, please hit me up with the information that I linked below. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next seminar, which is gonna be all about emotional intelligence and how to actually learn the language of emotion so kids don't keep their feelings bottled up and they can overcome that stuff so they can really live their life.